What percentage of your food diet, your daily food intake, is made up of fruits and vegetables? Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I am just going to be talking about our food and how it relates to how our body develops as we age, and why immunity is very, very important. Building up our immunity with the food that we eat. We all know these things. It is not rocket science. It is not anything new under the sun. But in this modern times, we are so backwards in the way we do things. With the advancement of technology and the way that most diseases are cured, it's highly likely that most people are just enjoying life, just eating whatever they fancy, not caring how this impacts the body. And trust me, it's not always easy. And I'll be the first person to put my hands up and say, I want to have that donut. I want to have, that sweet potato. I want to have all the things that make you feel good, but they're actually raising up that sugar level, actually adding to what ultimately make us feel unwell. Now, I'm not making this video to tell you what to eat. I'm not making this video to criticize anyone, but I just want to share some of my experiences, and hopefully this will add some value to you. So most times when I go shopping, I like to look around, poke around to see what other people are buying. I mostly, when I'm walking in the frozen section, I look at what is actually filling up the trolleys. And what do I see most times is always the frozen, pre-processed food, your pizzas, your pastas, your quick and easy food items that, just needs maybe like under 10 minutes to warm up in the microwave. And I am just always so perplexed, especially when I see parents with children, and I just always think to myself, why do you not just take the time to prepare some of these dishes from scratch? There are so many ways that you can prepare some quick meals. You can actually have some meals that have already been halfway prepared, maybe from the day before, and you just finish it off for that day's lunch or dinner. And I always just notice that there's no sign of vegetables in most of those trolleys, and also no sign of fruits. Now, this made me to wonder, why is that? Because if we look at when a seed is planted and it's about to yield fruit, before it starts to yield any fruit, the seed starts to grow first, and it grows into the tree, and it needs water, it needs sunlight, which makes me to know, or reaffirms what I know, what you know, that we are made up of trees, we're made up of water, we're made up, in essence, we're made up of nature. I mean, I'm not here to start talking any, lingo that goes contrary to what I believe as a Christian, but what I know for certain is that whatever food that has the highest proportion on our plate or the highest percentage in our diet must be made up of vegetables, it must be made up of fruits. Now you ask me the reason why. Now we know that most of the illnesses today can just be combated by a change in our diet. Everyone knows this. But obviously when you get to a stage that your body is actually totally shut down, then you might need assistance. But in order to bring it back to the state that it originally should be at, you need to actually look at your diet. A lot of medicals will not tell you this because it's not their area of expertise. They're just there to, perform the surgery. They're there to make sure that you get well enough so that you can go home to recuperate and to, watch what you're eating, basically. Some might tell you, but some might not because they don't know. That's not their area of expertise. If you talk with a dietitian, then maybe yes, they will tell you that, you need to watch what goes into your mouth. You need to watch what you process on a daily basis. I believe that when we're younger, we don't need as much fruits and vegetables, although we should still eat it. And a lot of children nowadays, they have very low immunity because they're not eating as much fruits and vegetables. Their diet is packed up of processed foods, which shouldn't be the case. But they can get by because their body has not been exposed to all the pollution that you get exposed to as you grow older. So they can still get by, but not for too long. If they have a very high intake of ice cream, fast food, burgers, things like that, ultimately their body will shut down. But as we get older, you start to notice that on the plate, the percentage of the fruit and veg should start to shift. So by the time you get to middle age, you should actually be looking at having half of your plate, if not more than half, up to 3/4 of your plate be made up of vegetables, whether you're taking it in as smoothies, as juices, and also ensuring that you're eating low processed food so that you're not having a spike in your sugar level, you're not having a very high intake of sugar that leads on to things like diabetes, etc. So again, you start to notice that ultimately when you get to, if we're looking at someone at the age of, say, maybe like 70, definitely their intake of vegetables should be much. And we know that most of the old age diseases and ailment comes from lack of proper diet. Now, I am no dietitian, just a disclaimer there, but I have studied the art of food for quite a long time. And I have looked at why people that have certain illnesses, they can just combat it by cleansing their system of all the mucus building up in there, just by, having a very high intake of fruits. Now, you want to obviously be careful of the fruits that you're taking into the body on a daily basis. You don't want too much sugar, But you need to go and do your research or ask a dietitian or a medical person that has expertise in this field as to what your body needs and what you should be putting into your body. It's just like a car. Different cars may need different oil, etc. But one thing is certain: you need to ensure that it is serviced, and it is serviced properly. So on this note, I'll end this video just by letting us know that we should take it very seriously how we are influencing the food that the children are eating, how we're influencing the way others are eating near us, especially in this day and age of social media, where everyone is cooking, everyone is showing their expertise in the kitchen. But are we actually being concerned about what is going on the plates? You don't have to be fat for a doctor to tell you that you have a high cholesterol or you have other diseases. So please do take care, be guided, and wish you well. Have a nice day.